Hey folks, welcome back to Let's Play Yakuza Like a Dragon. I'm Mysterious JG. At the end of the last video, we got, I'm gonna keep calling it, because I've learned a little bit about how to pronounce Japanese words based on how they're spelled. And normally, Japanese words aren't that hard to figure out the pronunciation based on spelling. They've got a lot of, like, consonant-vowel combinations that we don't use a lot in English, but they don't have a lot of, like, weird double vowels where you're not sure how to pronounce it. But in fact, Joongi, that one won't be too hard to pronounce. I just need to remember it. And I can't remember Adachi's name to save my life. Well, he is Joongi Han, so I could just call him the Han Man. That sounds kind of bad. Or he's here to restore the Han. I don't know. But either way, last time we acquired him as a character, and I confessed that, as you can see on this save, Sachan is a poker dealer. Eri is a dominatrix, but because she's at bond level 5, she's been getting full experience even when not in the party. Jungi has become a white rapper, even though he's not white. Psycho is now a blackjack dealer or a poker dealer. She works at a gambling establishment. Koichi is now I guess that's a construction worker. And Ichiban and Jungi Han are getting ready to have some mad flows. They're gonna have a rap battle. It's gonna be great. But what I have done is created a series of saves where this video is going to be nothing but us talking to Joongi Han in the pub, because every time his affinity capped out, I kind of stopped and made a save so I could off-screen talk to him and get his affinity cap raised by chilling out of the bar. So we're gonna be loading a series of saves similar to what I did with the Ares business minigame, where I'm just going to make sure you see all the story-esque content, but by the time we're done loading, we'll be pretty much ready to have maximum affinity with Joongi Han. And this tense music has been playing the whole time, by the way, because Zhao is in desperate danger, as I just spent lots of time running around in the sewer. And Sachan is saying, I hope he's doing okay. She's talking about Zhao. Adachi says, let's hurry to Quinjin, which I guess is Zhao. And Eri has nothing to say, as ever. So we'll talk to Jin. Or Jungi, whatever his name is. I can't, damn it. Boy, I enjoy ice floating in a solid block of gelatin.
Kasuga-san. I must say this place is quite comfortable.
Very cushy seats.
Yeah, ain't it? Also, seriously, man, how's a guy make drinking alone look so cool? Guess it's easy when you're as handsome as you.
You know, when I drink alone, Kasuga-san, I prefer to be by myself.
Why don't you let me buy you a drink?
Yo, for real? Hey, now you're speaking my language, man.
I know that I've done many things to save the Mafia that you consider your family, and that you've pledged your life to serve our goal. But the idea of you buying a drink, that's mind-blowing, dude. Let's stare at each other for a while.
You certainly are a mysterious one, Kasuga-san.
The mysterious
Somebody
KS.
speaks highly of you as well. I dare say it makes me jealous.
Oh, come on. Speaking of, have you been with her long? You've got this butler and lady of the house thing going on.
Okay, Kasuga, that's not
It's only
cool.
been 3 years since I was brought into the Komijuru. I can't say it's been long.
Oh shit.
Up
Yes,
until then,
shit.
I was with a group called the Jingon Mafia. I was their leader's body double.
So this will mean a lot more to you if you're
mean
familiar
like a
with
decoy?
other
Just like the
Yakuza
real
games.
thing?
Indeed, if my master was ever targeted by our enemies, I was to be killed in his place. That was my duty.
I didn't figure people still did that kind of stuff. Oh, wait. Does that mean your face is...
Did that mean John Malkovich
Imitation,
killed your
yes.
master with a gun made of wood?
What you see is a
I'm
result
thinking
of
of a movie.
large-scale plastic surgery.
Ah.
But I'll have you know my previous face was rather handsome as well.
No matter what happens in any
Shame no
reality,
single
I am
picture
drop dead
exists
sexy.
anymore.
Really? Out the window then, huh?
Yeah, you defenestrated your own
In a
face,
manner
huh?
of speaking, yes.
So that means Jungi Han isn't your real name either, right? What's your real name then?
Surely we're not that close yet, are we?
What are you, a fucking Time Lord? Just tell him your name.
First step in becoming friends is calling each other by name, right?
Well, isn't this awkward? I'm afraid I'm the type to want a bit more distance with people.
Is that
So
how it
stay the
was with
fuck away
Jingon
from me.
Mafia? From the name, I'm guessing it was some sort of Korean Yakuza-like thing.
Weren't
I'm
you
sorry,
once a
all I know
member
about
of the
Koreans
Tojo
is from this
clan,
one
Kasuga-san?
drunk movie star.
I'm surprised you've never heard of the Jingon Mafia.
He was in the
I was in
joint
the
for like
clink for a
18
long
years, yeah.
time.
The Jingon Mafia and the Tojo clan clashed in the 1980s, long before you were serving time.
You ignorant
80s?
slut.
Dude, that's 40 years ago. I was just a baby back then. Doubt I even had hair.
And that, again, blows my mind. I don't know how popular this game is with the kids, the young folks. And more video games are targeting themselves towards older age groups now because video games are now popular among adults as well. But it's still, this game is about people who are in their 40s. That's like, it's amazing to me. And I think even like video games are getting better about this. Like Grand Theft Auto 5, I'll probably never get around to Let's playing that, even though it's a really fun game. And it'd be a good game for my style of Let's Play because there's lots of dialogue that I could hopefully not pause every 2 seconds, but I could talk about. But like two of the three main characters in that are like full-grown adults, and like the third, he's an adult, but he's like in his 20s. They kind of take him under their wing. It's like. And there are even moments in that game where the son of one of the 40-year-old protagonists is this kind of video game playing dork. And in a way that I think fans of the game who are in their 20s and play a lot of video games are meant to take in stride and laugh along with, the dad is supremely frustrating and is frustrated at his video game addicted son. That, however, is not the game we're playing. So let's get back to this one.
Yes, I had yet to be born myself. Regardless,
You see,
early in the
Kasuga-san,
decade, the
you are an
Tojo
old
clan
fossil.
attacked the Jingon Mafia and massacred a great number of them, around 30 or so.
By the way, anyone over 30
30?
should be killed.
Back then, Kamurocho was the most sought-after territory in all of Asia. I've heard the conflicts for control were rather intense. The Tojo clan was incredibly strong.
Never get involved in a
And
land
they
war
made
in the
sure
second
it
most
was a
sought-after
well-known
territory
fact.
of Asia.
Still, to all 30 of
Or
them.
going against the Sicilian
To
Medef.
get their revenge, the Jingon Mafia main arm in Korea sent even more members to Japan. Some of them as undercover agents.
Secret Koreans, that's what I've been talking about.
Business, and all who could not strike at the heart of the
I mean,
Tojo
I'm
clan
not
were
joking. All these
considered
references to
failures.
Secret Koreans, they're talking about this game with the undercover
In the
Korean
end,
operatives.
Those that couldn't carry out the mission were abandoned and left without any place to go. One of them happened to be my father.
Aww.
Then you were born here, in Japan.
Yes, but be that as it may, I don't recall being welcomed here.
Yeah, Japan not
wasn't
crazy
even
about
accepted by any
non-ethnically
Korean
Japanese
communities
people always.
My family
I say
was
as somebody who
treated
lives in a
like
country where we're
swine,
constantly
kicked
trying to
out
write new
from
laws to
wherever
make
we
things
went.
harder on immigrants.
We came to be called the stray Jingon Mafia, running away whenever we were discovered.
Run away,
Slimes
mafia,
who run
never
away,
coming
huh?
back. Oh, slimes. Oh, I'm sorry, I talked over fairly. So, as we go through these dialogues with him, bear in mind, I've done all these off screen just so that I could keep grinding. Which means what I said off screen might not be what I say here. I picked whichever option gave me points in the personality attribute we needed points in most, because it doesn't make a difference. But at any rate, the cute thing here is Joongi, is that his name? Just made reference to being a slime who runs away. The terrible nickname they were given by the rest of the Korean mafia after they were kind of broken off. So as a Dragon Quest addict, he's like, you're worth too much experience. Should have gone with Maverick is like, I don't know, that's just like a thing you might say. It's like trying to make him feel better. But the first two options are very much references to metal slimes in Dragon Warrior / Dragon Quest / whatever. So slimes ... that run away ... You're worth. I don't know which of these is going to lead to the funnier Dragon Quest stuff, but that's the one I'm gonna attempt, and I think it's slimes that run away.
Is that funny to you?
Oh,
No, I'm
he
sorry,
sounds
it's
pissed.
The metal slimes, they... Well, you probably didn't think about it, but that's a classic.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Believe me, we weren't really going for a video game reference, Kasuga.
But he actually does get the reference because Kasuga didn't explain it to him. But yeah, the voice acting in this game, like, he sounded legit pissed when Kasuga laughed at that. But yeah, apparently he does know the reference.
Of course not. Totally. Anyway, the stray Jingon Mafia. Sorry. Didn't mean to be weird about it.
I'm not bothered.
It's not like you're
You have a
pausing every
certain
4 seconds
honesty
and
about
making
you
this
I can
cinema
even
last
admire,
3 times as long.
Kasuga-san.
So, what happened to the stray Jingon after that?
They went from ballsy to dominant. Actually, that might be the thing I selected off screen, because confidence is one that we don't have as many points in.
Enter the 21st century, the winter of 2006.
Now was the winter of our
Around the
discontent.
time I turned 20, the Jingon Mafia from the mainland made an all-out assault against the Tojo clan. But even as that happened, the stray Jingon Mafia received not a word of warning. We were left
So
completely.
if he was about to turn 20 in
Our
20,
fathers
2006.
were entirely
Okay.
forgotten by the countrymen that sent them here.
You don't say. I might know a guy who could sympathize with that.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh.
He's right in front of you. I got tossed out by my family and locked up for 18 years.
Yes, but you probably deserved it, Kasuga.
That's right. That must be why I can't bring myself to hate you, Kasuga-san.
Despite the many,
So,
many loathsome
what happened to
qualities
the
you have.
Jingon's big all-out attack?
Despite their careful planning, they were ultimately crushed by the Tojo clan.
And their devastating vertical
Ironically,
splash.
Those that survived came from all over to join those of us in the stray Jingon Mafia. It was a miserable sight. Both sides cut off from home and left with no choice but to band together in the social sewer of a country that wasn't theirs.
Sounds pretty neat.
Sounds like you struggled. Wouldn't know it from looking at you, though.
I could say the same to you.
Yeah, finally starting to warm up to me?
No, shut up.
It would seem so. I haven't been acting much like myself today.
The true me hates your
I
guts.
had a great time drinking with you, Kasuga-san. I truly mean that.
You didn't really drink
so
any,
whatever
but
happened to the real Jungi Han? What's he up to now?
did me saying I had a great time drinking with you not make it clear that I'm done talking to you?
He revived the Jingon Mafia roughly 3 years ago, and at that time had taken over a considerable portion of Kamurocho. But he was shot in the head and killed. I was absent at the time.
Would have liked to have seen that.
It all came crashing down, huh? Wait,
And it hurts
then
inside.
that means... Can't you use your real name now? Why keep up the body double thing? You're not trying to become the real Jungi Han, are you?
Dude, that's weird, dude.
Who can say? But that's none of your concern, is it, Kasuga-san? Or am I wrong?
You got me there.
Farewell.
Seriously, stop talking to me,
Guess he's not the
Kasuga-san.
type to open up so easily. I'll just have to keep drinking with him.
You do realize that I'm still standing here and you are talking out loud, Kasuga-san? So up until this point, the one who seemed the most reluctant to get close to us was Sachan. Jungi is significantly more kind of cold and wants to keep his distance than Sachan. And the one who seemed the most like they were just happy to get to know us and be friends was the one who weirdly was Nanba. Like back when we first started doing these, like it was weird. It's like, how come I can't get past level 2 with Nanba? We're buds. Makes sense now, but still. So now if we try to talk to him, this might be good to give as a gift. Oh, actually, I can give him presents and stuff. Like, I don't need to do the different save slots. We can give him presents. Let's give him a bouquet of Let's give him a bouquet of roses. I hope you like this. Yeah, well, I guess this is this game's version of Mass Effect dating, where from the second game onward, fans were upset if there weren't homosexual / lesbian. I don't understand why those are two different terms. Whatever. Yeah, they is a requirement to have homosexual date. Oh, you know what? It's going to take forever to do that. If you get that little boost at a time. But yeah, I think we can like butter him up romantically. Can I give him? No, I can't give him like tempered glass or Lemon CC as a gift. I grew these. I hope you like it. I can tell you take great care of them. I gratefully accept. And yeah, so this is a way that you can slowly build up your affinity with them, but it takes forever, and I've already done it through combat. But yeah, from Mass Effect, you can have sex with a human being of the opposite sex, or you can have sex with a blue lady. And then in Mass Effect 2, it was pretty much you have a selection of creatures that you can have sex with, but they're all pretty much the opposite sex. And then Mass Effect 3, they're like, okay, we'll throw in a same-sex option, but they're going to be the most boring option that you can have. I guess that's not true. The lesbian option was a fairly charismatic character, if I recall correctly. I don't even remember who the gay male option was, which doesn't speak highly for how interesting they were. God, who was the dude that you could... I don't even remember. It was like an engineer or something. Alright, whatever. Chapter 10. Justice tempered by mercy. I'm just trying to see, is there a decent amount of time that passed between these? Because I want to... Yeah, I knew this would get confusing. Because this is only if this is first getting into the bar. This might be I saved after doing the first dialogue. So this is probably when you're going from level 2 to level 3 with Joon. One of the reasons I keep having a hard time remembering his name is Joon is because, and I've lost touch with them. They were like friend / acquaintance in grad school who was Korean, whose name sounded kind of similar to Joon. So it's actually a female. But I keep thinking, Joon-gi? No, I'm thinking that because of this person I used to know. And then I'm like, no, it is Joon-gi. It just happens to be fairly similar name. But it is making things confusing. So are you at level 2? Oh no, this is the same. Oh, okay, they're at level 1. And this will get them to level 2. That's how this works. Unless it's the exact same dialogue, in which case time will be wasted.
Yo, Joon-gi Han. If you're here drinking by yourself, I might as well join you.
I've told you that when I drink alone, I prefer to be by myself.
I have no reason to tell you no. Do as you like.
And he'll hang around and pester you even if you say no. We've established that.
By the way, Kasuga-san, there's something I should tell you.
I hate you and want you to leave me alone.
I was contacted by someone in the Komeiju. I've been told a group of people have been looking into me as of late.
With their X-ray
they
vision.
They seem to have learned that Joon-gi Han is somewhere in Ijincho.
I'm fooling. What's that all about?
What's going on with that?
Well, we don't have much to go on at the moment. Nonetheless, we verified suspicious activity in my wake.
Your wake? Did an
That said,
Irish
if
friend
they
of
come
yours
seeking
die?
Hostility, you and the others may be dragged into it along with me.
As a matter of fact, that's pretty much inevitable. Unless we stop doing my plot dialogues altogether. Thanks for the heads up. What are friends for? I'll be on the lookout. What are friends for is probably the most Kasuga thing to say.
You know I don't mind getting dragged into your bullshit. We're tight.
I enjoy shit dragon.
That's precisely why I don't want to trouble you.
So shut up.
Don't be stupid. What's a friend for if you can't cause him some trouble every now and then? I welcome it with open arms, in fact. I can handle whatever shady shit you can throw at me.
Please, send dozens of Korean assassins after me.
I can't say I'm not amused.
It is funny how stupid you are.
So, any guess as to who these guys might be?
Nope, no idea.
Can't be 100% certain, but it's highly likely that they're remnants of the Jingon Mafia.
What?
Jingon Mafia? Then they're basically old allies, right?
Or are
It's
they
hard to
old
say.
Axis?
To them, I'm
Axis
just
are
cannon
allies.
fodder, impersonating their dead boss.
Ah. So it's like
Perhaps they
if
see
Bruce
that as
Springsteen died and
unforgivable.
some Korean guy was pretending to be
In
him.
case their goal would be to punish me.
What would the E Street Band do?
It's possible they'd go so far as to kill me.
Then couldn't
I'm
you
pretty
just
sure if some
avoid all
Korean
this
guy,
shit
like
by
if
saying
Bruce
you're not
Springsteen died and a
Joon-gi
Korean
Han
guy was
anymore?
impersonating him, the E Street
Maybe
Band
so.
would certainly come to murder that
It's
person.
gonna be weird being another person forever. It's probably best to just be yourself. right?
Believe in yourself,
So
Sailor Moon, and the
I tried
power
to
of
get my
love will
old
help you
name
to
and
win
face
victory.
back.
A name is one thing. A face, however, it's not something you can change time and time again.
Even though I've already
Moreover,
done
I'm
it.
still waiting for more information on my pursuers. We shouldn't need to take action just yet.
Well, it's your call, so I'm good with that.
Yes,
But won't it
thank
be
you
a
for
drag
allowing
if you
me
get caught with
to
your
run my
pants
own
down
life,
and
Kasuga.
left
Very
wishing you
generous
would've
of
been
you.
ready?
Right. I'll be sure to keep that in mind.
Man, you're always playing it so fucking cool. Would it kill you to listen to someone else for once?
I'd ask that you refrain from praise. You'll only embarrass me.
It wasn't a damn compliment.
I'm telling you to stop acting cool and start taking orders from me. And there's nothing that makes Jinwoo like you more than, you know, whatever the hell that conversation was. But anyway, that allows him to become the Enforcer AA Arn Anderson. Let's see what happens when you go from level 2 to level 3 in this video, which will consist entirely of talking to Joon Han at a bar. You know, if you are sick of these conversations, when this is over, I'm going to get back to the main story. Don't you worry. But yeah, we got to get this all knocked out, because the next time I make real progress, it will be with Joon fully leveled up. Because I haven't decided if I actually want him to be one of my like main party characters once we've got choices about that kind of thing again. So I think this was the one we were at 2340. This is 2029, so that's where the hell did that come in? It is, yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the date rather than the hours. This is like 2 minutes later, so it's probably not the right slot. This would be more likely to be the right slot. Perhaps. Maybe. I've confused myself a bit here. Let's try this and see if he's at level 3, waiting to become level 4. Apologies if this is a little disorganized, but come on, guys. I haven't been doing this hobby for long, only about 10 years. I'll get organized eventually. And we got additional little dancing people down there on the load screen. And now I can see Eri is a Jack Deck dealer. Psycho is back to her main job. Ichiban has become a chef, and why has he always got to play it so cool? Joon-gi is back there in the badass mafia suit. But he's at level 2, waiting to go level 3, which I think is where we wanted him to be, right? Yeah. Drink link. According to his intel, people are looking for him. Okay. So this is the correct save slot. Let's talk to him. Let's have a conversation with him. See how he's doing. Guess Joon-gi Han's on the phone. Who's he talking to?
Yes, I'm doing fine. Thank you for your concern, Song-hee.
Yes. They have no idea who I really am. Yes, I was able to recover the exercise
Yo,
data.
what'd she say?
Thank you, Mr.
Oh.
President.
She just asked for an update on the situation. That's all.
Oh, ribbit,
Yeah.
checking situation?
Bet it feels pretty good knowing a babe like her's looking out for you.
Shut up, you
I'm
weirdo.
blessed to serve one such as she. The Joon-gi Han I served before was quite the blessing as well.
Which one was sexier, though, huh? He must mean the real Joon-gi Han, similar to the real Ghostbusters.
If I'm to talk about Joon-gi Han, I'll need to provide some backstory.
And I'll need a lot more alcohol in me.
I got plenty of time.
Ha! Then I hope you're prepared to sit for a while.
Hold on, let me do some stretching exercises first.
All ears.
My father was one of the stray Jingwon Mafia I mentioned earlier.
Yep, you already
And
established
to
this.
speak further, he was a lowly thug left behind in a foreign land. In
He
my
was
youth,
basically the
I
worst
was
kind of scum.
relentlessly beaten by my father.
Oh, okay, I
In
guess he
addition
was the
to
worst
being
kind of
neglected
scum.
by those around me. Home, school. No place provided me with even the slightest bit of sanctuary.
That's what made me the
Thinking
cool
back
leather
on
coat
it,
wearing badass I am today.
And I'm sure I was a rather dissolute child.
Well, you're not alone in feeling like you got no place to go. Plenty of people feel that way. Even civilians.
I was raised in a soap plant, so
Feelings
get
of
over it.
isolation are really that common, huh? Not sure if I should be comforted or not.
Sorry.
To feel one way or another would remove some of my air of mystery.
Didn't derail the story, did I?
No, but JG did when he paused and threw in commentary. Man, it almost looked like he drank that time.
The real Jungi Han had also been raised in a poor and neglected environment like me.
He too was a
But
real
rumors of his
Ghostbuster.
strength, intelligence, and ambition started to swirl.
He had very high strength,
And
intelligence,
as the
and
men from my
ambition
father's
stats.
generation grew older, Jungi Han started gaining more and more power. In
He got
fact,
more
it was thanks
power.
to him that the stray Jingon found any success in Kamurocho at all. While the Tojo clan was being choked by anti-violence laws, the Jingon Mafia was steadily gaining a sense
Yeah, I think
of
this guy was a
existence.
villain in the Yakuza
Sounds like he
game,
must
but
have been pretty cool.
in that typical Yakuza way,
Yes.
like some of the bad guys were
My
more
father,
admirable than the people
who
that you were working for.
underestimated him as some young greenhorn, failed to prove his worth and was left trying to catch up. A staunch
They got
alcoholic,
greenhorn as a thing in
he
Japan,
used
and
what
Korea.
drunken wit he had to try to get close to the young leader.
A staunch alcoholic. So, alcoholism is a serious problem, although I can't talk about it without laughingly thinking of Norm Macdonald's routine on alcoholism and cancer. But a staunch alcoholic would suggest someone who has been, is like fighting to remain an alcoholic despite pressure to not be an alcoholic, and not in the sense of like help is being offered and they can't take it because they're too caught up. It's more like they're perfectly capable of not being an alcoholic, but damn it, they are resolute. They will be an alcoholic, and you can't stop them.
So, eventually he worked out a plan. He would mold his own son's face, set him up as a body double, and offer him as tribute.
Yeah, sure, I've had that
What?
thought before. Why
I
not?
was drugged by my father, and this was done to me while I slept.
Fortunately,
No
my father
way.
was a brilliant plastic
He did all
surgeon,
that just to impress the boss?
and he
When
didn't
was
even get the
presented with
raise.
the body double, even the real Jungi Han could only force a smile.
On account of that was
But
really
he
fucked
saw
up.
what had gone into my face, and he respected the effort. So he said it was a fair offer, and took me under his
So
wing.
they did more than just give him a haircut and
What's
kind
your
of
father
bought
doing now?
similar clothes.
He's long since passed away. His health was already on a steady decline, and for what it's worth, I'm sure he wasn't opposed to dying at the bottom of a bottle.
That had always been his dream.
Guess you two weren't super close then.
Did he mention the repeatedly beaten part, right?
Jungi Han kept me at his side as much as possible so that I might learn his mannerisms.
For example, the way he
Strangely
lifted a
enough,
glass and set it
was
down
the
and
only
made a
place I
tinkling noise
finally
without
felt
really
like
drinking.
home. I was very much his servant, and he was very much my master.
In the sexy
in
way,
spite of
yes.
We shared a lot of laughs in the long time we spent together. A lot of drinks as well.
We never actually
And though
consumed
I
the
was
drinks,
his
but
double,
we did lift and
it
lower
would
the
be
glass.
rude of me to say that we came to resemble twins.
So the way you're talking right now, that's something Jungi Han taught you?
No, shut
Real
up.
Jungi Han had a way with words I never will. And when he walked into a room, you knew it.
Thanks to the odor.
Try as I might, I would never reach his level.
The level cap is 100, and he
Hearing
was
you
at
say
level
all that makes me Even
107.
more curious.
About what, may I ask?
Nope, you are not allowed to ask. I'm asking the questions here. How did you imitate him so well? You guys share any dirty jokes? Did he dress as sharp as you? Which one of these is likely to be entertaining? Let's try for the you guys share any dirty jokes?
Well, actually, I was wondering if you two ever made any dirty jokes.
You guys used to talk about farts and stuff.
Dirty jokes? Why would you ask?
What the fuck is your
Because you
problem?
make it sound like he was this class act, so I just
Oh,
wondered
wait,
if
fart
he ever
joke. Yeah, there you
let
go.
his hair down and told a fart joke or something.
Ha! I never once heard Jungi Han speak so crassly.
You disgusting.
Okay, but what
Word.
about you? Body double or not, you're a completely different person.
Well, yes, this is true.
It's impossible that
Did
you don't
guys
like
just
fart
shoot the
jokes.
shit? Did you tell him any dirty jokes or like a bad pun or something?
I may have made a joke or two.
Oh shit! I want to hear him sometime.
Let's talk about
Oh.
farts.
I think not. I wouldn't want to shame his memory.
It's important you understand. Dangerous people may be pursuing me right now. Yeah. Let's make some fart jokes.
Sorry, didn't mean to get carried away.
I just love fart jokes.
No offense taken. You've made me think back on some fond times.
And some great farts.
You're welcome.
You're welcome. So about these guys trying to kill you. No, now is the time for fart jokes.
But you
Ichiban.
know, despite me saying sorry, there's still one thing I gotta ask.
Mexican
And that
food?
is-
Is that what makes you fart, or
Isn't it about time you told me your real name?
my real name is Toodles McFartfart?
Still a no, huh?
Ha, just a little taken aback is all. I have no problem telling you.
Stop pestering him about
When
this.
I was first brought into this world, I was given the name Yonsu Kim.
Yeonsu Kim.
I don't
I
like
have
it.
no intention of returning to that name. Not when the real Jungi Han has already passed away.
The real one took a bullet to the head, yeah?
That's
Correct.
right, yeah.
There was conflict with a group from Hiroshima that had made its way into Tokyo. As far as I'm concerned, the Jingon Mafia died along with him.
Old Toodles McFartfart.
At the time, I was given the role of staring down the other hostile groups within Kamurocho as Jungi Han. But with their real boss dead, the remaining Jingon Mafia in Kamurocho were nothing but paper tigers.
That's an idiom from
Should
the
our
East,
enemies
guys.
have discovered this, we would have been ousted and probably killed.
If it were me, I probably would have gotten the hell out of Kamurocho. Left everything behind.
Yes.
Like a one-legged man in an
Precisely what I
ass-kicking contest.
The few remaining members at my side did the same. But seeing as the Jingon Mafia was all I'd ever had, I had no place to go. No refuge where I might reconvene with my allies.
Like a fox
I
in a
was
henhouse.
lost and alone in the world. Like a man dying of thirst in the desert, surrounded by a hungry pack of wolves.
You
Sounds like you
are
had it rough.
really melodramatic.
I found a faint glimmer of hope in the Korean community here in Japan. But even they refused to accept me, as I was nothing but a criminal to them.
So I became a
Thinking
lone
on it now,
badass.
I should have expected as much from those living an honest life.
Yeah, pretty much.
But still, in my confusion and dismay, I challenged them, asking why they would abandon one of their own.
I challenge you.
It was enough to make them call the police. And I'm sure that under normal circumstances, I would have been taken away.
Haha.
However,
Huh? Come on, man. Don't just leave me hanging.
No, it's
the
time for you
police
to build up
officers
my
were
affinity some more.
imposters. And instead of being incarcerated, I was brought to my new home, Yokohama Ijincho.
So those fake officers, were they?
Decoy
Members of the
octopus.
Komijul, sent to retain me under the orders of Songhui. It turned out that the Komijul was a place that many former Jingon members had drifted
Also,
to.
turns out Swanghui
Those
thinks that I'm
distanced
super
themselves
hot.
from Kamurocho slowly but surely found their way there.
Oh yeah. Songhui did mention something about the Komi Jewel having roots in the Jingon Mafia.
Indeed.
Uh,
Komijul is
why are we
essentially
seeing a
safe
close-up
haven
of this
for
plant?
refugees. That's why they tend to keep quiet and remain exceedingly closed off. For many years, they spied on the Jingon Mafia in Kamurocho from a distance, keeping
As
close
seen in
watch
this
on their
shot of a
movements.
piano blocked
I
by
was
a plant.
fortunately saved by the hand that the Komijul
I don't even
had
control the
extended
camera
to
here.
me.
So.
Moreover, Songhui told me what had happened to the real Jungi Han.
He'd been murdered
That he had
to
been shot in the
death.
head by an assassin hired by the Hiroshima Yakuza, taken by surprise from the shadows.
We can always go from the shadows.
Assassin? So what'd you guys do? You kill him?
No, the assassin
No.
did. Oh, wait,
By the time I'd learned of his existence, he was already dead.
I think this is referring to
wasn't even given a
specific
chance
plot
for
stuff
revenge.
from the Yakuza game that
Spent many of the
I have not
following
played it.
days
So.
in despair. But even though I was in such a hollow state, Songhui patiently waited for my recovery.
She had nothing else to do. I was the
She
only
was
other
more
named
like
Korean
family
character.
to me than my abusive father could have ever hoped to be. A sister to replace the brother I had found in Jungi Han. Frankly, nothing would hurt me more than to betray her expectations and disappoint her.
But that's what I'm gonna do.
And Kasuga-san, as for you and me,
You need to lay off.
I'm wondering what sort of boss you'll be. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do.
And making fart jokes with
I don't
you.
remember ever becoming your boss.
You are
By
the
now,
player
I
character.
think drinking buddy is a better term, don't you?
I see. Then I will do my best to live up to that title.
My other title, by the way, is the Gray Fox. And that's not a Metal Gear reference, folks. That's Got the awesome platinum blonde hair.
Oh, guess that's finally it for introductions. Sure is shy, that young Soo Kim.
It's Joon Han. I told you what I want to be called. You don't get to reassign my name. Level up, bitches. Kasuga feels closer to Yoon Han, even though he keeps calling him something else against Joon Han's will. And that's going to be it for this video. This is taking a little longer than I expected, but when we come back next time, we will go from level 3 to level 4, and then that's kind of where I've actually saved, having done all the grinding. Did I? No, I went from 4 to 5. Anyway, yeah. I didn't realize it would take quite this long, but we got more drinking with Joon next time.